So, gather around, friends, and let me tell you a creepy-ass story from the depths of Connecticut. What the fuck is up, Internet? Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this episode of the creepiest place in your state. This is a series where I dig out the old book of scary shit and read haunting tales that send chills down the spines of the locals in every state. This is the legend of the Mark Twain house. The wind's a bit colder tonight, and the trees, well, they seem to be whispering, don't they? You hear that? Trees are whispering like, get the fuck out of here. I've got a tale for you, one that's been passed down over the years, whispered from mouth to ear like shadows creeping across old walls. What's creepier than tales that slither along the walls? It's about a house, not just any house, mind you. No, this one was once filled with laughter, stories, and life, but now it's filled with something else entirely. Picture this, the grand Mark Twain house, standing tall and proud in Hartford, Connecticut, a massive mansion, 11,500 square feet of it, with 25 rooms sprawling across the creaking floors, built in a style that catches the eye, even from a distance. What's that? Mark Twain house? Ooh. Victorian Gothic, they called it. Steep roofs, dark windows, like eyes watching from every corner. Ooh, creepy, looky. Inside, it was a marvel of its time. Gaslit halls, a grand entryway, and rooms that seemed to whisper of faraway places. Morocco, India, China. That's a cornucopia of places. Ooh, creepy. Louis C. Tiffany himself had crafted its interiors, rich with color and mystery. Oh, how it must have gleamed in its prime. What doesn't gleam in its prime? That's the best time to gleam. The house belonged to none other than Samuel Clemens, or Mark Twain to you and me, and his family. His wife Olivia, or Livy as she was called, had poured her heart into this house, spending every penny of her inheritance to build it. Her inheritance? Mark Twain wasn't rich as fuck at this point? They had children too, full of life and laughter. Susie, their eldest, was a bright, lively girl, gifted with the same spark her father had. She was everything to them, until she died. Did she die? I don't know. But houses like that, the ones that seem too good to be true, have a way of trapping shadows in their walls. Ooh, great house. Where are the shadows? It was in this very house, where the Clemens family laughed and played, that tragedy struck. Susie, their precious Susie, fell ill. Meningitis, they called it. But it could have been COVID. But to her family, it was a curse. Yeah, COVID was a curse to everybody. She passed at the tender age of 24? Damn! They didn't have a whole lot of vaccines back in those days. While her parents were across the ocean in Europe, they weren't there to say goodbye. Man, they had all this money, dude. Mark Twain had all this money. His wife's building the house. The fucking daughter's dying of COVID. What the fuck is Mark Twain doing? And that grief, it filled the house, seeping into its bones like a damp in the storm. You know, like a damp. A damp in the storm, it creeped in there. Unable to bear the memories, the Clemenses sold the house, leaving behind their dreams, their laughter, and perhaps more than that, They left a curse. The COVID curse. The house changed hands, becoming something else entirely. A school, a coal warehouse. It decayed, falling into disrepair. Almost lost the time. Nobody went to the Mark Twain house? It was a coal place? What the fuck? But some say even then the house was never let go of what it had lost. It lost that Mark Twain money, man. You see, there are whispers, cold breezes that carry the voices of those long gone. They say the spirits of the Clemens family never left. Wait, the daughter died. Why would everybody else's souls be stuck there? Is this how souls work? Susie especially lingers in the shadows. Some have even seen her, a young woman in white, drifting through the hallways like a dream half remembered. You know, like when you wake up and you kind of remember that hot-ass chick in the white dress, and then you wake up because some motherfucker's mowing the grass next door? And she's not alone. Olivia, dressed in black, watches from the corners of the room she once so lovingly filled with treasures. Why is Olivia there? They moved, right? Why is her soul there? Perhaps she's waiting for someone to join her. Mark Twain? Bro, this dude is stingy. You think he's gonna give you the time of day in a haunted house? Then there's the maid, an older woman dressed in plain clothes, her presence felt by those who dare to walk the halls. The maid is there. She served the Clemens family in life and seems intent on serving them still. In death. You're not getting that kind of commitment from workers these days. Visitors to the house often feel her cool touch, a sudden chill on the back of their necks when they least expect it. When do you ever expect a sudden chill on your neck, bruh? Never. The lights flicker as if the house itself is alive, trying to communicate. Shut the fuck up, house. I'm just trying to check out the paintings and shit. Some even say they hear laughter, children's voices, echoes of a time when the house was still filled with light. So no electricity? Just like that cheap-ass Mark Twain not to pay the electric bills. Oh, and the cat. Strange, isn't it? A cat that no one has ever seen before, suddenly appearing in a room, only to vanish as quickly as it came. Cats? That motherfucker was just looking for food, bruh. They say it's a guardian of sorts, a spirit in its own right, tied to the house, bound by the same force that holds the Clemens family. I think the cat can bounce. If it wants to go, it can go. The spirits here don't just linger in the shadows. No, they make themselves known. Visitors often report seeing a woman in a hoop skirt gliding through the hallways. Her form just transparent enough to remind you that she's no longer of this world. And the children, oh the children, they tug at the sleeves of the living, hoping for a playmate. That sounds like a trap. And then there's Samuel, the man who built this house, who poured his soul into it, who spent countless nights in his private wing smoking cigars and writing tales that would outlive him. He may have been cheap, but that old Mark Twain could sure spin a story. Some say when the moon is high and the night is just quiet enough, you can hear the soft click of billiard balls from his study and the faint scent of cigar smoke hanging in the air. Yo, somebody get the Febreze. It's as if he's still there, hiding in the shadows, working on stories no one will ever read. Damn, that's the saddest part. Imagine there being more Mark Twain and we can't even read the shit. This house, this beautiful, haunted house, has become a beacon for those who seek the spirits of the past. Every October, they say, the doors open wide, and the brave are invited to walk its halls on something they call graveyard shift ghost tours. Dark tales are whispered, Victorian traditions are shared, and the spirits, well, they make themselves known. Fucking yikes. Some say it's just stories, but others, well, they've felt the chill, heard the voices, and once you felt that, you never quite shake it. Do you? Again, fucking yikes. So, if you ever find yourself in Hartford and you hear the wind calling your name, beware the house at the top of the hill. Are all of the creepy houses on top of a hill? It might just be calling you home, but remember, not every door that opens is meant to be crossed. If you're from around these parts, tell me about any stories I missed in the comments. And if you're from the state, do you agree that this is the creepiest place around? If not, tell me what is, and I might do a part 2. Well, that's all I have for now. Make sure to let me know what you think about this video in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.